Hello, everyone, and welcome to August to your weekly inspiration. And we are back live now. So I hope you enjoy your summer, the warmth outside, and being out in nature and harvesting and being with friends and so on. And now just take a moment to arrive here. Take a deep breath in. And slowly breathe out. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel your body. And now gently bring your attention inward. Not to everything that has happened the last few days. Not to everything that still needs your attention. Just to yourself. To this moment. So August carries a unique energy. No, the days are warm, the sun is strong, life moves outdoors, a lot of people are traveling, and there's more activity, more noise, more interaction, more stimulation. And perhaps you have noticed that during this time of year, you feel things more deeply. Maybe your sleep changes, maybe you feel more tired than usual. Maybe your emotions feel closer to the surface, or perhaps it simply feels like everything is too much. And many people, especially those who are highly sensitive, ask the same questions. How can I protect my energy? And that is exactly what I would like to explore with you today. Because I believe we often misunderstand what protection truly means. And many of us have been taught that protection means closing ourselves off, building walls, creating shields, blocking negative energy, keeping everything outside. But what often happens when we live this way, we become more alert, more watchful, we constantly scan our surroundings. We ask ourselves, was that my energy or someone else's? Did someone drain me? Am I picking up something that isn't mine? And before we know it, all of our attention is focused on what is happening outside of us. But what if protection isn't about keeping everything out? What if true protection is something entirely different? What if it means being so deeply connected to yourself that you naturally know what belongs to you and what doesn't? Um, just think about a tree. A tree stands in the middle of changing weather. It doesn't try to stop the wind. It doesn't fight the rain. It doesn't hide from the sun. It stays rooted. It stays connected. And because it's so deeply rooted, it can bend with the wind without breaking. And I believe this is what we are learning to, not to control everything, not to fight everything, not to constantly search for danger, but to stay connected with ourselves. Your nervous system does not need more reasons to stay on alert. It needs orientation, it needs safety. And safety is not created by constantly looking outward. It is created when you return inward again and again. And perhaps you have experienced walking into a room and immediately sensing tension. Maybe you notice another person's emotions. Maybe you feel, the atmosphere changing without anyone saying a word. And that can happen. As human beings, we perceive far more than we realize. But noticing something does not mean you have to carry it. You can learn to notice without absorbing, to observe without making everything your responsibility, and to be compassionate without losing yourself. And there is one sentence I come back to often. Not everything I notice belongs to me. Again, Not everything I notice belongs to me. And those words alone can create so much freedom. And perhaps you have spent much of your life carrying responsibility for other people's emotions, for keeping the peace, for making everyone comfortable, for solving problems. Maybe you learned very early to pay attention to everyone else. But today you are allowed to learn something new. You are not responsible for everything, and you do not have to be open to everything. You are allowed to choose. You can choose where your attention goes because your attention is energy and your energy is valuable. So today ask yourself, where is my attention going? What truly nourishes me? What drains my energy? What can I lovingly let go of? Not because you're rejecting the world, but because you're caring for yourself. And I will put the questions later today under the video, so you can go back to them. And also, if this topic resonates with you, in our monthly membership, we go much deeper into this topic, from shielding to shining, exploring all this, through a live meeting, group healing, frequency music, a guided transformational journey. It's so much fun to be together, to support each other, to learn from each other. And I also will put the link into there if you want to learn more about it. And the more connected you become with yourself, the clearer your inner guidance becomes. And you no longer have to constantly wonder whether something belongs to you. You begin to feel it naturally. And that also we will train in the membership, Your body will tell you, your nervous system will guide you, and you can begin trusting those signals. And this is not about becoming perfectly protected. It is about becoming deeply connected. Because, like the tree, they are deeply connected to Mother Earth. And connection creates clarity. Connection creates stability, and it creates peace. So let's do a short meditation. So if you feel comfortable, just close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in. And gently breathe out. Place one hand over your heart. Feel your breath. And now imagine a warm golden light glowing inside your heart. With every breath, this light becomes brighter. It gently spreads throughout your entire body. First in your chest, down your arms, up into your head, from your heart down in your abdomen, and through your legs to your feet. Not as a wall, not as a shield, but as a reminder of who you truly are. And your whole body is surrounded by this warm, peaceful light. And now silently repeat, I am connected to myself. Take another slow breath. I choose where my attention goes. One more breath. Not everything I notice belongs to me. Rest here for a few moments, simply breathing simply being. If you remember only one thing from today, let it be this. You do not have to protect yourself from everything. You do not have to close your heart. You do not have to fight the world. And the more deeply you are connected to yourself, the more clearly you will know what truly belongs to you. And what you can lovingly allow to pass by. So because your greatest strength is not shielding yourself. Your greatest strength is your connection with yourself. And that is where true safety begins. Have a wonderful week.